I'm Blake Tyers. I'm the wood cellar and specialty brand manager here at Creature Comforts, and today I want to introduce a new beer for us. It's called Golden Door. So Golden Door is a farmhouse ale aged in French oak barrels. It's been resting in our wood cellar for about a year. So we're really excited. We don't get to release beers out of our wood cellar super regularly because we have a small amount of space that we like to control for our wood cellar. So when something's coming out from there, it's super cool to us. This one is a large enough volume that we'll actually be releasing beer to go. So you get to take this home, share with your friends, and we really encourage people to enjoy these beers with people they care about. So this beer is really a simple beer in its composition, and what makes the beer kind of present itself the way we enjoy it is time and our mix culture. So we use a house mix culture of several different yeasts and several different bacterias, and through that time of just aging in wood, it really becomes something better than it could be with just a short amount of time. So we actually age this in wood for about 12 months. We bottled it back in April of 2017, and as we do with all of our bottles, it's bottle conditioned. It's been resting since then. So it's got about another 7 months on it before we're releasing to the public, and we really love where it's at now. So let's taste it. So it's a nice golden color. It presents well with foam, and just immediately kind of get some notes of minerality, kind of like you would see, in like kind of like a French Chardonnay, and you just kind of smell some of the light acidity on the nose. There's little notes of lemon, and very subtle stone fruit, and I think this is really common to what we see in a lot of our beers fermented with our house mix culture. Slightly tart, it's dry, very comforting on the palate, but then there's also kind of lemon zest and some minerality. There's oakiness to it. It's got a slight nuttiness on the finish. This is one that you kind of just let sit in your glass for a little bit. As it warms up, you keep getting a little more out of it, a little more flavor. And it's really, I would say this is almost a graduation from taking some of the more nuanced things that we learned in like the original beers blended into Subtle Alchemy, blend 1 particularly, and kind of pulled them into a larger scale batch of beer. I really enjoy this beer. It's not too acidic. We like to try to present beers with nuance and balance and make them drinkable. And this beer has that in a it's not too acidic kind of way. We're really excited. We've got another label done by Melissa Merrill, one of our staff members. She hand drew this, and you can see there's a book leading up to a door that extends into a field. The reason for that is very clear once you understand where the name comes from. So saisons traditionally were tied very closely to agriculture. They were brewed for seasonal workers in the field in Belgium. So we wanted to celebrate someone who had some agricultural significance in the South. So we chose George Washington Carver. So George Washington Carver had a quote of his that said, "Education is the key to unlocking the golden door of freedom." And so we felt it was important to kind of try to bring that all together in the illustration. And you can see the book kind of represents education, and then the doors are opening into the fields that also kind of tie back into the fact that this is a beer that was traditionally made for the field worker. So it's super awesome to be able to celebrate someone who had such significance to the agricultural community in the South, where we're from, as well as drawing back to the original ties of the beer to the community in which it was made, and that's just saisons in Belgium in the field, historically speaking, a couple hundred years ago. So it's super rad. It's through that time in the wood that this beer has really become what it's become, and we're really excited to share it with everyone now. So cheers. Enjoy.